Hello. All right. So Arabesques. I believe that's how you pronounce it. So this song starts out. One of the first struggles that I dealt with in this song, even though I was able to kind of. So this part right here, which really ended about. Did that end? There we go. Okay, so the thing about this is, it's the evenness of this. This is like more like a dot 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 and it was actually kind of hard for me. In fact, the first time I played it a while ago, I even kind of messed up. So it's like hitting those even with all the hands. I noticed the left hand was a lot tougher to do. So that's one of the first things that I dealt with. And also, as far as this goes, it seems like you want to keep it even, but you might want to play it softer. Yep. All right. So the next part would be after this whole thing right here. This this part right here. So this whole. That part is actually the hardest part in the song so far, is just getting this down. Because it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's really getting this 1, 2, 3. Being able to do that separately was actually really difficult. And I still screw it up like that. So So the next part, that's also a very difficult part for me. So currently I'm practicing it, that next part. Anyways, screwing up on that a little bit. It's probably a little bit too fast. Honestly, that part's going to take a bit because there are some wild chord, like this whole thing right here is a pretty wild one. Alright, so that was the next section. What do I have to say about this? I think this one is really just in the sense of I think it's really practicing it very slow. I just got lost, but there it is. That one was throwing me off for a while. It's just a really weird chord. Look at that. Look at that stretch. That's actually quite a stretch. It's a tenth. Minor tenth. All right. What else? So I just skipped a lot of that actually. So this is this part. That's that part right here, up to there. And then once you get past all this, you know, right here, this part. That's actually the next section. Wait, no, that's right there. So the first one is. And then you go through this. Well, I gotta work on that a little bit. Right there, when I'm putting this finger down in between there, it tends to want to hit other keys. So alright. So the next section of this is also really hard. This song is not easy, actually. There's a lot of little parts that are tripping me up, but I do have a lot of it down, so it's just going to be a little bit of practice to get it so I'm not forgetting things so much. So right here. And then I practice this one hand at a time. I just skipped a little bit, but this part is actually still something I'm working on. Da, ba, da, da, ba, da, da, ba, da. So that whole thing right there is actually takes both hands though. So there is this part that kind of hits this. Walks all the way up like that, and then does the whole run up right here on measure 37. So the trick here is just really being able to see the keys. I've actually thought about going up this in every single key. It's a really weird walk, but it requires you to really see the notes of the scale. Alright, the next section right here. So that was 38. Then it does this really beautiful. That's a nice jump right there. So I wish I could show all that. So really this part on the right side, this whole this part right here took a lot of focus because it's big jumps on both hands, and both hands jumping requires a lot. So even though this starts out with this, not at all that, but so this is 41 right there on the left side. And then this chord shape right here actually replaces in the right hand. You hit it again. So even though it's showing it on two different clefs like that, it is actually the same notes, because you got your D natural and your F. So might be good to do this and just kind of, but really I think it comes down to this. It's easier to know what fingers you're going to use all the time, so don't like switch your fingers around. And then try to land in the spots at the same time and just get a movement like that. Same thing with the A. This is the next part right here. So it's a similar movement as a high melody note. And then you jump to this different shape. It's not so this shape right here is different than what's being, you're hitting this, then you're jumping here. And the right hand is not really hitting that, not all of it. Well, I guess, okay, you could see it. The right hand hits this first, and then you hit this note, and that's actually the note. I'm still working on that. So that was the hardest jump for me. So I would do this slowly. The next part, that's okay, so right at the end of the last two measures right here, really do this nice kind of yeah. So you got your F sharp and your C sharp. Very nice movement. This whole song is just full of just nuggets of good piano. The next part is, so after this nice little kind of, it's actually, you got your B, so it's, when it jumps up, so the bass notes aren't too hard in this actually, but I think it's really important to get the chords down. Get those chords down so you can go. Skipped ahead quite a bit. So this song, let me do this. Okay, so here's what it sounds like slowly. I haven't got it fast yet. Yep, that's that far part right there. that. There's a lot of big chords right here, so um, we got let's get that in time. So we got 1, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 1, 2, 3, and yeah, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and yep. See, this is what I have to work on. Counting out loud, like I could go through this stuff and not count, and it doesn't seem to trip me up as much, but I might be playing it wrong. So I've been doing a lot of counting. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, and so we got 1, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and that's it. So after that, I'll just play it again. 2, 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and yeah. So I'm starting to slow down over here because I haven't had as much practice on these areas, but then it starts again. Same thing. That's an F down there, so rest, and then I go to the then we go to the D. Then it jumps here, it does it a little different. One, 1, 2, 3. One, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and let's see. What are we doing? It's actually different now. So we hit the oh. Oh, we're in the key of A now. So before, this section was actually in the key of A too. Oh, it's still in the key of A. Okay, I don't know what I'm talking about. So but let's go back. I don't understand what's going on here. Yeah, it does. It plays an A here. So it's playing an A on the right hand. Next time around, we're in the key of... Since we're in the key of A, you do have a G sharp. So the G sharp would be... Okay, so that's doing something wildly different there. So another thing about this song is it doesn't really repeat. It's kind of through composed, which is cool. But it makes it harder to remember the whole song. So I'm gonna stop here because I haven't actually gotten any further in this song. Um, I'll just play through it. As you can see, don't have all these spots down. Oh. That's it. I don't know. I don't really have this song down enough, but that's kind of where I would be if I had to perform it, which is not performance ready. Um, I'm about halfway done with the song as far as memory, and I don't really see it taking much longer to memorize. It's just I've been focusing on playing those spots better, so I should probably move ahead so I'm not real good at the beginning, and that part looks crazy. So that's going to be fun. Yep. All right.